guys want to try a take?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Well, hey, welcome back to episode 0 of season 2 of Horror Score. Things might look a little bit different. It's been a really long time, over 4 years.
It's been 4 years?
It's been over 4 years.
Damn.
Yeah, since a single episode of Horror Score. And there is an unreleased episode 33 that was never edited during COVID times.
You ever think you're going to put it out?
Probably not. I don't even know if I have the original footage anymore. I may have lost it.
Do you remember what the movie was?
The movie was Alice. It was a European stop motion, partially animation movie about Alice in Wonderland. There was a rat puppet floating around in the sewer that I remember.
All right.
But anyway, some things are going to be different this season. Most notably, there's a new co-host. His name is Josh.
What's happening?
We're going to learn a little bit more about him in a minute and why he should be on Horror Score. We're going to close out with that. You might be noticing that there's a new set.
Yep. The Hellmouth Art Studios.
Well, speaking of which, you might have noticed that the title, the logo might have changed now. It includes the word Hellmouth. We've done like a merger. Do you want to just tell them a little bit what Hellmouth is?
Yeah, so basically I used to love Coast to Coast AM, Art Bell and George Norrie and all that. And then, so I wanted to start my own podcast talking to people about their encounters with high strangeness. So cryptids, paranormal, alien abductions. I talked to a guy about who got abducted by aliens once, and it was pretty cool. And a demonologist was on the last one, so it's really fun.
My mom actually should go on Hellmouth. She has a UFO story. Hasn't changed since I was a baby. I've heard her tell the story 100 times.
Should have her sit right there.
Yeah,
talking the whole. That'd be awesome. I'd love to have her on.
Let's see. What else has changed? We're going to rate movies a little bit differently this season. We're going to be a little less analytical, a little more sloppy. We've gone down from 5 categories to 4, and we're going to use a technique called horror gore.
It's a horror score, horror gore.
Yes, we've trademarked that already. So
yeah, it'll be cool when we can like sell it in little like packages. You can get your own
kids playing with horror
like
gore
gack stuff. Yeah.
We're still going to review horror movies that you may not have heard of, or that you might have heard of but haven't gotten a chance to see yet. Still going to be doing that. Maybe 1 out of every 10 episodes might be like a slightly
bigger budget, bigger production.
Yeah, movie where you might have even been like, oh, I've already seen that one. It doesn't mean you shouldn't watch the episode, though. So let's see, what else is going to be the same?
So what's going to happen now, we're going to be telling you what's awesome, good, or not bad about these movies. We're going to try to keep it kind of positive, rather than have, there's all these other shows and podcasts that use it where people just like complain about that. But we're gonna have some fun, keep things light, and just go into it with an open mind.
Anybody can talk bad about any movie. Maybe not Total Recall. Right? Maybe not the thing.
Perfect film.
So we're trying to like find those nuggets, even if the movie is kind of bad. What was good about it? Like memorable deaths, a certain scene that was like, you know what, whole movie was terrible, but that scene, worth the price of admission. It can happen. Or
the creature design was like so good, even though that's what they put all of their focus on.
Like Jack in the Box. Yeah. Terrible movie, awesome looking monster.
Yeah. And then another thing that's gonna stay, you used to do something extra for every episode.
Yes, like for Attack of the Killer Donuts, there was some weird monster donut designs. For bog creatures, there was the Bobby Mike alcoholic drink.
It's an inside joke, guys.
There's a guy that we know named Bobby Mike who invented the drink. Yeah. Oh, and we're going to try to stay consistent. Once we begin rolling out episodes, we'll try to stay consistent, every couple of weeks, having a new episode drop. So people aren't like, are you done again? Or did you stop? Is Horror Score dead once again? Hopefully not. Hopefully
the hand raising up from the grave, lightning strikes it, and then it goes back down because it's dead again. But we're gonna get a whole bunch in the bank before we start releasing them, and then just continue on and continue the fun.
Yeah, the purpose of this episode is just to say, hey, all the subscribers who hadn't wandered away yet might get a notification. Oh, there's a new episode. What? Is this a mistake? It's not. Horror Score is going to return. So
I'm pumped.
Yeah, I can't wait to do the first episode. We've already watched the first movie. Are we allowed to say what the first movie is?
I mean, if they've gotten this far, reward them. Reward the people, all right?
As we said, it's going to be a little cryptid related. So this first movie is called The Yeti. And I'm not going to say anything about it until the episode. No spoilers. Oh, and here at Horror Score, we do try to stay mostly spoiler-free while reviewing a movie and doing it justice. In the event that we're unable to, we'll let you know. There'll be some kind of a disclaimer, like,
good.
hey, you might want to fast forward to 5 minutes and 12 seconds because there's going to be a spoiler.
Yeah.
Our technology has gotten a lot better in the last 5 years, so we'll see what we can do, even though we have to use different programs to edit Horror Score now. So some of you might be saying, we know this guy's name is Josh, but we don't know anything else about him. Why should we listen to him? I prepared a couple of questions just to kind of like warm the audience up to the new co-host.
And I don't know what any of these questions are. I had the opportunity to look at them, and I said no.
Now, these are not trivia questions. Like, I'm not trying to stump him to make him look stupid. These are just open-ended, opinion-based questions about the horror community, horror genre.
You'll also find out that Jesse has the kind of mind that'll tell you, like, oh yeah, I remember this director did this, and that guy did that. And I'm not like that. I'm like open concept kind of guy. I'm like, oh yeah, that was cool kind of deal. So little different styles, but
No, you know what? Any episode of anything doesn't need two of the same host.
does not.
Does not. So here goes. A slow ball question, just to get you warmed up.
Yep.
What was the last horror movie that you watched?
We just watched. Well, it wasn't a movie. I should go back to the movie, huh? Because we've been watching Widow's Bay on Apple, and it's a horror TV show.
Let me check the question. What was the last
Piece of
horror
shit.
movie that you just watched?
I'm blanking out on it. All right, I'll just say this one because I remember it. Toombad. It's an Indian horror film on Prime, and it was. I liked it because it drew from a different culture than we usually see. So it had a whole bunch of extra like things like, oh, this is really interesting that you're not used to seeing in like Western media. You know,
All right.
it was good.
Off the cuff, just favorite horror franchise.
Alien,
Okay.
Alien, of course.
All right.
Yeah.
Best horror villain, in your opinion. You don't even have to back it up. Just, hey, this is the best horror villain.
Probably Sam Neill in Event Horizon.
Oh.
So I just love.
I don't want
the
to say
whole
it's a deep
concept.
cut, but very unexpected.
Yeah.
Okay.
I loved him, and there was just an Event Horizon comic that was a prequel, and it like fleshed out some more like details with like the whole movie and everything. It was awesome.
All right. I got to give that another watch. It's been over 10 years since I've seen Event Horizon. So
Yeah.
Let's see. What is the first scary movie that you remember ever seeing?
The Fly.
It's a good one.
Yeah. Jeff Goldblum's The Fly, and it messed me up for the rest of my life. It's yeah. I love like body horror stuff, but that one, I think I was like 8, 7, 6, begging my mom to let me watch it on HBO, and she's like, no, and then she finally broke, and then I had nightmares for months.
Okay. Okay.
So
Favorite genre of horror? I know you were just saying you like body horror.
yeah, cosmic horror.
Okay.
Yep.
What is a horror movie that you hate that most people like?
Oh my God, Skinamarink.
Nobody likes Skinamarink.
Have you been on the internet?
There's like 7 people online, and they troll all the groups saying how good of a movie it is.
All right, then I've got one that I'm gonna get stabbed in the face for, and it's Halloween. It's not that good of a movie. I get it, but also, so if I can piggyback on that, so
No, it's okay to have an unpopular opinion.
no, but I want to back it up a little bit.
All right.
Suspiria. You've seen the 1979?
A very long time ago.
Right.
That's another thing I should give a rewatch.
That movie, it was like the scariest movie of all time, and I might have watched Halloween a little too late because I watched Suspiria 1979 because the remake was awesome. I watched that probably 5 years ago, and I was like, this movie is garbage. But at the time, like the editing and the music and all that stuff was probably revolutionary and like different than everything. So I get the context in art and in history, but it just didn't do it for me. And Halloween, like the first Halloween, I love a lot of the other ones, but the first Halloween, it's
And
boring.
make no mistake, Halloween is a franchise that has some very successful films
Yeah.
and some very bad installments
Yeah.
as well. Kind of like Leprechaun. right? There's a couple good Leprechaun movies, but some of the bad ones are real bad. Let's see. Do you have a favorite horror director?
Yep, and it is I'd say David Cronenberg or his son Brendan Cronenberg. So they're both up there.
Okay.
But Brendan's a little bit more thriller, but he dips.
No, thriller and horror are very interchangeable words. Like sometimes when people just say thriller when it is horror if they're trying to like trick someone into watching it.
Yeah.
Sometimes, or like a film studio is like, no, we don't do horror movies. Like we'll do a thriller. Like, is Silence of the Lambs a horror movie? I would say it is, but a lot of people call it a thriller.
Yeah.
They're not necessarily wrong for calling it a thriller, but it's also a horror movie.
Yeah.
And we need that to be a horror movie. It got Best Picture. What is the worst horror movie that you've ever seen?
Skinamarink.
Okay. That's definitely in my top 3 worst horror movies I've ever seen.
I'm trying to think of one that isn't so easy to go to, like one of the, because like that is...
Bigfoot Exorcist is in my top 3 worst horror movies I've ever seen, along with Clownado.
Yeah. This is going to be more for you because I don't even like bother watching those kind. Like one of the movies I watched with you, what was the one that we watched that was like stolen off of like Terminator 2?
Sudden Dark.
Sudden Dark. That movie was god awful.
Loved it.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely. If you've never heard of Shocking Dark, somebody watched Aliens and then they watched Terminator and they were like, you know what? I like both of these movies a lot and I could mix them together, stealing bits exactly word for word from the script, and I could do it better on no budget. Spoiler alert. They were unsuccessful, but it's definitely worth a watch.
Extremely unsuccessful.
I am blown away that it even exists. They tried to stamp it out several times. They kept changing the name of the movie and then re-releasing it in different parts of the world. But yeah, Shocking Dark. Highly recommend.
Because you changed it twice. I'm talking about it.
What did I
call it? Sudden Dark and Shocking Dark.
It is Shocking Dark.
Okay.
Let's see. Next question. What is the best Friday the 13th film?
New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
We get wet Kane Hodder through the whole thing.
Yep.
Just soaked.
Nothing better than a wet Kane Hodder.
What is the best Nightmare on Elm Street?
3. Dream Warriors.
Yeah, it's popular opinion.
Of course, yeah.
Who would win in a fight? Leprechaun or the Wishmaster?
Oh, Jesus. That's a good one. So
no wrong answers here.
The Wishmaster. I think the Wishmaster because I think he'd be more clever than the Leprechaun. They both be. It's a game of wits, you know. With all stuff. I think Wishmaster might get it.
All right. Favorite classic Universal monster?
Dracula, I guess.
Okay.
I'm not super into the Universal monsters, but you know,
Dracula. What about a horror movie that never got a sequel that you wish would get a sequel?
Oh, jeez. What? Covenant. I want the third one of the Aliens of the Prometheus franchise. You know.
Yeah, which is it's tough. A lot of people are down on the Prometheus Covenant movies. I like both of them.
They're awesome.
I think Prometheus is a lot better than Covenant, but I still enjoyed Covenant way more than I enjoyed Alien Resurrection or the Aliens versus Predator movies, which in my opinion don't count. They're not canon.
I don't think they're counting.
I don't even count Resurrection.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bad.
I watched it again recently and
Still bad?
it's still bad.
Still bad. There you go. Last question.
Oh, all right.
Here it is as of right now, summer of 2026.
Yep.
What's your favorite horror movie?
Bring Her Back.
Really?
Yep. I absolutely love that film. I like that it doesn't hold your hand. It gets pretty brutal at certain points. There's a whole underlying, like, how did this person get here? And there's, like, the existential, like, otherworldly, maybe demon kind of thing. I love every part of that movie. Yeah. And I would like to watch it again, but I'm worried that it won't be as awesome as I remember because I went and saw it in the theater and the stars aligned and I just loved every minute of it. So I'm worried.
As of right now, the plan is to come back October 1st with our episode 1 of season 2, Hellmouth's Horror Score. So that's about a wrap for today.
Yeah, I'm excited to be here. Excited to do some fun stuff and just keep it light and talk about some movies.
Awesome. Well, hey, today we learned Josh is the new co-host. We have a new studio, and Horror Score is back with season 2. We'll see you later.
Let's get at it.